Hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan.
Welcome to the land of famous sex. Whoa, am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much pressure and I'm nervous.
Cause when the taxi man turned on the radio
And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. And the Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up to play my song. The butterfly fly away. Nodding my head like yeah. Moving my hips like
moving
yeah.
my hips like yeah.
My hands up to play my song. You know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah.
It's a party in the USA. So you might be asking, why did we just think that? Well, the 4th of July is coming up. Am I right, Hannah?
You're right. Roll the intro.
Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm Joe Adams. This is my second podcast. My first one was with my Nana. So today I have a guest with me, and she's my sister, one of my faves. Hannah, how are you today?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty beat up. I had a driving hour today.
How was your driving hour? Like, what did you do?
It was good. I messed up the UCLA thing, which, for those of you who don't know, uphill curb, you turn your wheel left always when you're parked. But other than that, I had my favorite guy. It was good. And yeah.
That's great.
Do you remember your driving hours?
I do. I always had this one guy that I loved, but apparently you've never had him, so I don't know. I feel like you have, though.
Maybe he died.
He wasn't, no, I think you're wrong on that, because I actually just saw him driving a couple weeks ago, like, from our neighborhood.
Well, maybe, okay. So why don't you, before we begin, officially tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is Hannah. I'm Joseph's older sister. He should be going by Joseph, but for some reason he likes to go by Joe.
We'll talk about that later in the podcast.
I am 18. I'm actually almost 18 and a half, which is like kind of dumb, but whatever. My birthday is on January 5th. I just graduated from high school, like, actually a month ago to the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated a month ago. I love going to the beach. I love swimming, playing with Quincy. In high school, I played field hockey and lacrosse. I was the captain of both of those teams, played defense. And in the fall, I'm going to a school in Connecticut, and I'm studying nursing.
It's too late. Everyone knows where you're going.
I'm going to Fairfield in the fall.
Nana decided to say it on the podcast last week. And not like there's any stalkers. It's just our close family that listens to this.
True.
So that's good. Do you want to talk about the college process? What happened?
Honestly, it was just like...
That was the most stressful thing I think has hit our households.
It honestly was. And pretty much like from like September to November, that's like when you're trying to apply, and just filling out the entire application takes so long. They ask you every single question, like dumb questions. They're like, where do your parents work? Like, where do you work? What community service have you done? What are you involved in? What colleges are you applying to? What's your GPA? What's your SAT? What's your ACT? Like, all of these questions, and it's just so dumb. And it took me so long to fill it out. And then you have to do FAFSA, which is like financial aid and stuff, but I'm not getting into that. But yeah, I applied to 13 schools.
Which is a lot for some people.
It is a lot. Like, some of the girls I met at my orientation, they only applied to like 3. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I think it's safe to apply to more.
And I feel like nursing school is like so hard that you have to apply to so many.
Yes, very competitive. What was the stat at one of the schools? Like 1,000 people apply and only like 100 get in.
Yeah.
Which is...
I don't remember what school
for
that was.
all those people. I don't know. We've been on a lot of college searches.
I ended up getting into 9 of them.
Which is awesome. Awesome.
Yep. And I mean, honestly, the ones that I didn't get into, I already knew I wasn't going to get into them, but I would just apply it anyways.
Because they're wicked hard.
Yeah.
Schools these days, I mean, it's pretty difficult, would you say?
Yeah. But I actually really liked, like, going on college tours, because that was fun.
what was it more fun when I was on the tours?
Yeah, because when I was just with the parents, it was like so cringy, and I was like,
Okay.
oh my god.
I have something to say about college tours we could talk about.
Okay.
It was so uncomfortable for me when we sat in the circle and they're like, or we stood in the circle and they're like, okay, let's go around and say our names and what we're going to be majoring in and where you're from. And they would go to me. They would all look at me and I'm
Well,
like,
you don't look like you're like 5. Like you look old.
I know, but I would just say, I'm the brother. Remember at Northeastern when we went to that Q&A and the woman went around after to everybody?
Oh yeah, everyone
then,
had to ask a question.
And then something else funny happened. We'll talk about that after. And
It's not that funny.
it was so funny. And anyways, the lady comes around to me. She's like, what questions do you have? And I said, I'm just the brother. And everyone laughed. And I'm like, it's not that funny. And I was really uncomfortable. And then she just said, well, you can still ask questions. Are you going to do nursing? And I'm like, I don't know, woman. Please
There's
leave me
no way
alone."
Joseph's doing nursing, by the way.
Just because the blood thing. And
He's just like, even if like a nail like rubs up against him, will freak the hell out.
oh, I don't like to be
You
touched.
have to bleep that out.
Why?
I said hell.
That's an okay word. We'll just say you said hail. Okay.
Hell.
But anyway, something really, really, really,
No,
really
it was
funny.
not that funny.
It's probably one of the funniest things.
Joseph was
day.
the only one like trying not to laugh. Everyone else was like, "Oh my god, no!" And Joseph was trying not to laugh.
So this guy, we're on these seats, so it's like a mini like stair. So there's like levels, so it's like a staircase type thing. So you can step up onto it to get in the seats. So we're sitting in the seats.
Of course, we're in the front row because Mother makes us sit in the front row for everything.
Yep. And this older guy, how old would you say? 60, 70?
He's probably in his 60s.
So yeah, pretty old.
I'm pretty old.
He's on we're on roller chairs. He's on the end seat. So basically you would have to step down to get to the regular floor, but he's up with the seat under him. He's sitting there. We're just in a random Q&A. He must be a parent or grandparent or whatever. And he just, all of a sudden we hear, boom! And he's on the floor. He rolled off and he fell. And I was just...
But everyone ran to his like help.
Yeah,
Except
and
Joseph kept laughing.
Me and Hannah looked at each other and I just started dying laughing. Because in situations like those, I'm the only one who thinks anything's funny. Because it is funny, you know?
Yeah, but he could have been hurt.
But it's still funny to me. But if I wouldn't like say ha 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 in front of him, like you're hurt, but it's just so funny to me. Huh? What do you think?
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. I'm just saying, what do you think about that?
Oh no, I guess it was like a little funny, but I felt bad for him. It was embarrassing. It was in front of an entire room of people, like people with their children and stuff, and the professor. So it's probably like making a great impression right now.
Okay, Mom thinks the impressions are so big. Like, what was that? Oh, when I pretended to throw up on the side of the road, so we couldn't go to a college tour. What was that? Sacred Heart.
Yeah, it was Sacred Heart.
So like, we were at Quinnipiac, and we're like, we need to stop just to look really quick.
Yeah, we were on our way to just Sacred Heart.
Yeah, this was on
the way to
Villanova, but Villanova's the next day. So we're just like on our way. We're like, okay, we'll stop at Sacred Heart, and then we see Quinnipiac. We're like, oh, let's stop there first.
Just to get like papers and like a little like mini map and like a pamphlet.
But then Hannah and us kind of ended up liking it from first impression, so we're like, let's just go look around. So we had to cancel
We did really like it though. It was
Yeah.
really nice.
So we had to cancel our Sacred Heart. So instead of Mom just either not saying anything or just leaving messages saying, sorry, we couldn't make it today, she decides to make up a huge lie and leave a voicemail that's about 3 or 4 minutes long because, of course, she rambles on and on and on. And she said, I was with her. She's like, hi, my son, I'm so sorry. He's just puking on the side of the highway right now. It's just so bad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but he's puking on the side of the highway. We're so sorry we can't make it. Woman, can't you just say we can't make the tour and hang up? Apparently not to her. So that was that. So college has really played a big, huge role in
And
this
another
house.
thing was when we started finding out, because I did all early action. Wait, when did you have to make a decision by? April 1st, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So for nursing, basically you have to do early action because
Yeah.
why? Why is that?
Just because, like, it's so competitive and, like, they might offer seats to everyone in, like, early action. And then if they all say yes, like, you can't, like, accept as many for regular decision. And so I did all early action. I found out, like, a bunch of them. Like, the last one I found out about, just, like, either way, if it was getting deferred or into it, was February 1st, I think, or February 15th.
What one was that?
I think it was UMass. I actually don't remember.
Zoomass.
No, don't say that.
Why?
I don't know, because
Well,
it's
it's not a
it's
bad
not
school.
like that much anymore. But
I
anyways,
hadn't been there. UMass is probably really
I started finding out, like, before Christmas even started and stuff. And my last application was the first one I found out about was Seton Hall. Oh, funny story. So we had this big bio project to do, and I, of course, waited till the last minute to do it.
Oh, God, why?
It was after my field hockey banquet. I started it. My field hockey banquet ended at 10, and I had to start the entire project. And it was like 8 pages long. I had to do it, like, all coloring and drawing and writing and stuff.
When was it assigned, though?
I
Not
don't
to
know,
be
like a
mean.
month before, but I don't really care. It's
Oh,
over.
God.
I'm happy. And I got 100 on it, so whatever.
Oh, good.
So I did that the night, and I ended up staying up till like 4. But at 2:30, I got an email from Seton Hall, and like this video. It was like a really like weird kind of video, like. And I was like, okay, what is this? And I like opened it and like watched it, because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a little break. And it's like, congratulations, you got in. And that was literally, I got it, like, acceptance, like, video, like, 2 weeks after I applied. That was, like, a really quick one. Because that one's rolling admission.
What does that mean?
It means, like, they can, once you send your applications, they can, like, reply whenever. There's not, like, a set, okay, you'll find out February 2nd. Like, it's, like, I don't know, rolling.
That's cool.
What was I saying, though, before?
Oh, wait, so why did you stay up until 4? Like,
It just took so long that I had to do it.
I don't remember you waking up and, like, almost crashing the car from tiredness or, like, having...
I didn't. I just had to pull it together.
Jeez, and an hour and a half of sleep or something?
Yeah, it was fine. I'm fine.
Now, let's talk about mornings and me. Hannah, describe me in the morning.
Oh, Joseph,
Especially during the school year.
No
I say it's less bad.
offense, but you're horrible in the morning.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Joseph, here's his little routine. My mom, like, opens his door, but she can't say anything, so we just have to assume he's getting up. Because he doesn't like to talk to people in the morning for some reason.
Okay, let me explain why I don't like to talk to people so they understand. I'm just not a morning person. I think a big part of it is I know I'm going to school, and no offense, but who likes school? Who likes getting up and going to school? Because now in the summer when I get up early, it's not as bad.
He has not gotten up early one day this entire...
I have.
No.
Yes, I
He
have to
sleeps
edit
till like
a video
12
I
every
did.
single time.
Hannah, do not over-exaggerate it. I literally get up
11.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Every day I get up at 11.
10 to 11 you get up. You always get up at
Hannah,
10.
I do
10,
not.
10.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Today I got up at 7.
Joseph always says that. Oh, my God. That's his classic thing to say when he gets annoyed with me.
What?
Oh, my God.
Do I really do that?
You always do it all the time. Do I say something a lot?
You probably say, get away from me, Joseph.
I've never said that. Joseph goes, oh, my God.
You're making me
You're
feel
about to say it again.
I was. Some girl in my art class told me I have a little chuckle at the end of when I get nervous. Like when Miss Dinsmore came over, I would like go, huh. It's because I get really, that's one of the traits about me. I get self-conscious when I...
He's very different in school than when he is at home.
What do you mean?
I'm the same person. You're very different.
How?
You're very school.
I feel
You're
like
put together in front of your teachers.
I also am out there a lot, too, in public settings. Like...
He's out there. He's the class
Like, try to be funny.
president. He's like, oh my God, I have to be so
Class
good
president.
to everyone.
Well, I do, though. I have to be friendly to everyone. And I would be anyways, but I think I'm generally a friendly person. And anyone in the class listening to this, if you never need anything, you can come see President Joe, and he'll help you out with anything. Yeah, we've been preparing a lot for the... Hannah's, like, sleeping over this. Okay, I'll stop. What else do you want to talk about today, Hannah? What else were you saying about yourself? Name one fun fact about yourself. Let's pretend like we're at the Fairfield.
I know how to
thing.
juggle, and I actually tried to show Joseph today, but for some reason I got sidetracked. I can't remember why.
Well, what else, Hannah? How was your day today? Besides when I went to my driving
Well,
hour.
Joseph went to his driving hour. I did like a little mini vlog of me making a bracelet, but the camera like overheated, so I had to turn it off. And also the camera, I didn't know you could like stabilize it, so it was like hanging. Like the neck of the camera was like limp, like this.
Oh God.
I know you can't see me, but I'm trying to explain.
Oh yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna try to film the podcast, but I wanted to with that camera, but the problem is, like you said, it overheats. So after like 10 minutes, it shuts itself off, and it's so hot, like I can't touch it for a couple seconds. That is a flaw with the camera, but I think overall, I think it's pretty good. So you made a vlog today. It overheated. Can I tell a story on the podcast?
What is it about? If it's something I don't like, I'm gonna start screaming.
Okay. People with earphones in, get ready.
What's the story about?
It was.
Whisper it to me. Hold this and tell me.
No. It's okay to tell. It's about me. So I was. Stop. I was at my last track meet, and I told Hannah this. I'm surprised I didn't tell more people.
I have no idea what you're about to say.
So, before a race, you get the jitters. This is a racing. So, what, Hannah? What? Okay, she's just cracking. I don't know what she's doing. So, before the race, you get jitters. So you have to go to the bathroom. So, there's porta potties there. Have I told you this?
Wait, I forget.
Okay.
Yeah, you just told me like yesterday. You told me this.
Yeah. So, there's porta
It's not that
potties
funny,
there.
actually. I don't know why I laughed like that. That was a fake laugh.
You're such a drama queen, Hannah.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you suck. So.
Oh, you know what sucks? Joseph stole my fan that I was supposed to be using for college. It's in his room now.
Yeah, we have it blowing on us.
Yeah, but I need a new one.
Okay, you can get a new one with all the other stuff you get at Target right before, all your goodies. Have fun in college. I'm getting sidetracked. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about the college later. So.
We already talked about college for a while.
Yeah, I know we talked about college for a while. So, anyways, I'm just sitting there getting ready to use the restroom for 5 seconds because I got to run back. And you'd think that there's probably like 20 porta potties, and you know me, I just have a weird mind. So I'm like, I said in my mind, there's like 2 open. I'm like, there was one on the left and one on the right, but there's a whole line of them, and I'm like, right is right, right? So I have conspiracy theories. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the right because right is right.
Hello.
But Hannah wants to say something. Go ahead.
Can I say something quickly?
What?
I'm looking at like the beats on the thing, and mine are so much. Why are mine so much more bigger than yours? Did I talk that loud?
No, it's
Is
because
this from earlier?
It's because I'm silent while you
This is-
talk.
But is this from? Oh, this is from 3 something. Okay, I feel better now.
Okay.
Okay, he can continue.
So, anyways, we were. I just pointed to 666. Okay, this
Classic
story
thing
has
for
been.
Joseph to do.
The story's been going on forever.
My ankle relax.
Okay, you cramp a lot. I feel like all the podcast is starting stories, getting to something, realizing it has to do with something else, and just keep going with that.
We're gonna have to go soon because we have to play.
Cornhole. That'll be in
Cornhole.
the vlog. Oh, I have to talk about the vlog too. Oh my god, I just
Just
can't.
go, just
okay,
go.
I'm sorry. Like I wish I could just
The
post
story.
these.
Tell the story.
Anyways, I thought right is right with the porta potty. So I went to the right. I don't know why I say that stuff. I think people would lock the doors. So I opened the door because it was green, and that's going to be really loud, so stop. I opened the door, and there's a boy sitting, hooping. And I thought his reaction would be something like, oh my god, wouldn't you think? Or, sorry I didn't lock it. Or him getting mad at me, which would have annoyed me. But he just goes, oh, sorry. Like, it's just a regular conversation. And I just shut the door and went to the one on the left, because I guess right wasn't right that time. And I'm just still scarred for life. I didn't see anything, but I'm still scarred for life about that. Has that ever happened to you? Because that's happened to me once at Dr. I'm not going to say my doctor's name. I went to the doctor's, and I hate the doctors anyways. I get so nervous. And a dentist.
Funny story about the doctors, real quick.
I have one
Finish
too.
your story.
Okay. See,
What's yours about?
This should just be called.
let me tell mine first.
Story time after. No,
No,
because
no.
it has to do with mine, and then I'll let you go to yours.
No, let me just...
By the way, I don't even know if they can hear you. You got to get real close to that mic.
I think they can hear me
Oh,
if my
that's a
thing is
little too
red.
close. Yeah, they're all red.
They can hear me 'cause I have a very loud voice.
Okay, yeah. So
Ow.
I went and I had to go to the bathroom and I shut the door. And, I'm so nervous that like right now I'm literally drenched in sweat because I'm nervous doing this because it's like a live thing. So I shut the door and I went to the bathroom and I was so nervous that I forgot to lock the door. Luckily, I'd already went to the bathroom and washed my hands, but a lady walked in because it was at the doctor's they only have like
Single stalled bathrooms.
yeah.
Can I tell my story now?
Yeah, tell your story.
Funny story. Last summer, parents are both, like, who knows where, work probably. And Joseph has a doctor's appointment because of his heart or something. And
Okay.
he had to wear
You know
these
what?
little...
I don't know if I want to talk about this.
Okay, well, anyways, we had an appointment. He had to get...
You know what? I'll cut that part out. Continue like you were going to.
So we're at the doctor's, and Joseph needed to get blood drawn. And our parents were away.
Oh my God,
So freaking
this
funny.
story.
Well, there's a couple of funny parts. So first of all, I just went in with him because I didn't want to sit in the waiting room. So it was like I didn't like sit next to him. I sat like in like the waiting room for the blood area, and I was sitting. I could see it happening. And so he had to get blood drawn. And the lady first was like, "Is this your girlfriend?"
No, that was after I'd gotten probed
Whatever.
the
Just
first
pretend
time.
like it was before. Is this your girlfriend? And he's like, "No, my sister." And she's like, "Oh." So the lady, Joseph, I just remember him because he was kind of nervous about getting his blood taken. Like, I hate
absolutely
mine.
despised it. I almost
I
didn't
actually
leave.
don't hate it. I actually donated blood at school. So.
Didn't I hide in mom and dad's room? And I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah, he actually hid, and I had to like force him to go. And I was waiting in the car. It was so hot that day.
Whatever.
He slept in the car. I remember.
Oh,
And,
yeah. I was just tired.
So, the lady tries to get it in the. No, I'm too loud.
The mic closer to you, please, and just
The
talk
lady tries
normally.
to get it in the first arm, and like nothing happens because like I don't think he has really good veins. Like I'm looking at his arm right now, and you can't. Well, actually, you can see that vein.
Okay. Yeah, I know I'm
And
not
then-
ripped.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, whatever.
And then
That's what you were getting to.
I think he was dehydrated because he runs so much, and he drinks water, but not enough for the amount that he runs, and sweats it out. And she can't get it, and then could just tell. I was like, this is such a bad idea. Like he's gonna be so
This
pissed
is
off. He's gonna be
poked in
so
once,
pissed.
so this is one time.
And then finally,
This is
she
two
does.
times.
She has to go to the other arm, and she finally gets blood out. And
Oh God.
he hates needles, so he's like cringing, looking the other way.
Probably my
But it was so
biggest
funny.
fear on earth. Biggest fear on
I was
earth.
like, just to top everything off, like he hates getting his blood drawn. But that was my funny story.
And she's the type of lady, you know, the type of people I don't like.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like the type of people who, let's say, for example, I'm getting a meal. This happened actually at Pizzings. And we're getting takeout. And I take the food, and she reads back the order. And one of the salads, it was probably Mom's or mine or whoever's, because we're the pickiest eaters, yeah. It was like one salad, one Greek or Caesar salad, and it was like
Greek. Because Caesar doesn't have these things on it.
Oh yeah, I still don't understand salads. So it was like no olives, no onions, no bacon or something was on it, and she reads it back. She's like, "You know how you like it. You know how you like your food done." I'm like, "Is that really necessary to say, lady? Is it really, really necessary for you to just say that to me right now?"
It's kind of funny.
I almost walked out of there. Slapped her in the face.
That's illegal.
Well, that's true, but you know what I meant. I guess it's whatever. Yeah, and I was like, I just don't like people who. Well, how would you describe that type of person? Like,
I don't know, someone that like voices their opinion.
Well, I'm not saying I don't like people who voice their opinion. I don't like people, like,
Have like little snide comments about everything. That's what it kind of is.
yesterday at work, I didn't tell you this. Some guy said the F word to me because I couldn't find his thing.
Like what did
He's like,
say it in context.
he's like, can I have the Diamond Doublers, which are cigarettes anyway? So he shouldn't be smoking. Well, I'm not in anyone's place to tell him that, but not good for you kids. And he's like, can I have? He had like he couldn't speak properly. He
Okay,
he could
continue.
speak properly, but he wasn't because he's like mumbling. And I'm like, the what? And Lisa could not understand him at all. And he licks his lips a lot, and it's weird.
Is he a regular?
He's a regular. Not like a regular guy. For those of you who don't know,
regular.
a regular means someone who oftentimes comes to the store. He's kind of a regular. He's annoying. He comes in and tells a story about the times when he was like a kid and doing weird stuff, and I'm like, thanks for telling me this. And Eric almost kicked him out. So he's like, can you find the fucking thing? And I was like, whoa,
You said
easy
that?
there. I didn't
There's no way
say
you
that,
said that.
but I almost just told him to get out of the store. I should have. I've had people tell me horrible things in there. It's just a great place to work. It is a good place to work, but the customers sometimes can be a little scary. But most of them are very, very nice to me. So that's good. Well, Hannah, how long has it been
Oh
here?
yeah, story time about his store. Sorry, Joseph. We usually go in and get scratch tickets so we could just like get them whatever. And he's like, get this one. It was $20, and I was like, okay, if you're sure. And I get it. I win no money on it.
Well, I was just wanted
I
you to get
wasted
it
$20.
because I felt good about it. But whatever. Hannah, I'm sorry. But I'm happy that you did this podcast with me. It's been a pleasure.
Well, thanks for having me on the podcast.
You're welcome. And I just hope you have a good time in college because I'm really
not
going to be
leaving right
sad
now.
without you.
I'm actually going 3 days earlier now.
Yeah, she got accepted to something today. Ugh. No, good for her. It's good for her, but I didn't want her to have
didn't
to
know anyone
leave
there.
too early. Well, Hannah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for talking with me.
It
And
was fun.
it was? I feel like this time flew by. Nana's took forever because she kept saying, I want to stop. But it's been really fun. I hope you enjoyed. Did you enjoy?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. And now, we started a little tradition last time where we do two things. Number one, we have to come up with a phrase to end the show. And number two, we have to take a selfie and tape it
Okay, I
onto
have
the
a phrase
table
already.
downstairs. So we're going to take the selfie. Is that a yes?
Yeah.
There we
And
go.
I already have a phrase.
Number two, what's your phrase?
Should I say it?
Well, what's it going to be? And then we'll say it at the same time.
That's all, folks.
Boring.
It's not boring.
All right, ready?
Oh, catch you on the flip.
Which one?
Catch you on the flip.
Okay, why are you moving your microphone? You can say it into the microphone.
Okay.
That's the whole point. 1, 2, 3.
Catch you on the flip.